Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. This is Gling24 on the Minsk map, and yes, he's in the E25. Yeah, that E25, the ridiculously broken and frankly overpowered in the hands of a good player, Tier 7 premium German tank destroyer, the machine that was so good they had to remove it from sale. Yes, he's top tier, yes. In the hands of a good player, this thing is just ridiculous, especially when it's top tier. We know all of that, but just shut up and watch him play. Well, I say the E25 was removed from sale, and that's kind of mostly technically true. I mean, it was removed from sale in the premium shop, and if it was available for gold in the tech tree, you can't do that anymore. But of course, like the Type 59, whenever Wargaming removes a tank from sale because it's so good, all that does is just raise interest in the machine to fever pitch levels. Ooh, a little bit of a replay stutter there. And once interest in the machine has been raised to fever pitch levels, the next thing that happens, of course, is that it just gets pushed back out on sale during special Christmas Advent calendar sale events. They make an absolute fortune selling thousands of the things. Or they push out a loot crate and they say there's a small chance you might get a Type 59 or an E25, and they sell millions of loot crates instead. So yeah, technically this thing is no longer available for sale. Sort of. Kind of. You know what I mean. Anyway, back to the battle. One thing I'm not going to do in this video, because I figure everybody must be familiar with the E25 by now, is just sit here and spout off reams of stats and figures and numbers about this machine. Suffice to say, 75mm gun, very rapid firing, very accurate, very small, stealthy, very fast machine, next to zero armour, but the armour that it does have is very, very sloped. E25, in a nutshell. You know, I remember when this thing first came out, I thought there's no way this thing's going to be any good. It's got no armour and it's using the Stugs gun. I mean, that's a tier 5 gun on a tier 7 tank destroyer. This thing will be terrible. Oh, Jingles. What do you know? Well, clearly nothing. I don't know why you lot tune in to watch me every day. I clearly have no idea what I'm talking about. It must be that I'm just a witty conversationalist and a snappy dresser. Yeah, that must be it. This is actually quite a sneaky spot for a E25. Because the thing's so small and so fast, the second anybody clocks him, he's easily able to duck back down into the low ground there. Although he's in serious danger of getting outflanked. And that's mostly because he has been getting pretty unlucky with this 75mm gun. All kinds of targets giving him the broad flat side of the tank over there to shoot at, like the Churchill, the KV-2, and now this guy. And while this is basically firing exactly the same 75mm shells that the Stug 3 does, and so therefore has the same amount of penetration, it's more than enough to get through the sides of targets like that. But it just hasn't been connecting. And 5 members of his team are now dead, including his platoon mate in the other E25. Well, that's not good. Getting a little bit closer, trying to render some support and assistance to his teammates over there, but he's still having absolutely no luck. Finally scores a hit on the M6, but he's also caught the attention of the M6, so time to move. M6 takes the shot, damages his gun. Well, that's not good. And the M6 isn't the only one looking at him. Yep, he's now attracted the attention of the enemy artillery, so nope, 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 nope. Time to get the hell out of here. He's used his repair kit, got his gun fully operational again, falling back to the bushes over here. And he's going to pull a U-turn and try to start putting this gun to work. There's a chance for a kill here if he can just penetrate the armour of that Black Prince. Finally, there's his first kill. And the team in general are kind of rallying briefly here. I mean, they've lost 8 tanks, but they've managed to get 5 kills of their own. But it's still not looking particularly good. There are no clear targets there for Gling to shoot at. But he's not going to just sit in the bushes waiting for those enemy tanks to finish off the Oni and the SU-100Y and then make themselves targets for him. Instead, he's rushing forward in an attempt to support his... Well, okay, the SU-100Y is dead now. But he is rushing forward in an attempt to at least prolong the life of that Oni. Starts by shooting at the P-43. He is clearly the biggest threat to the Oni. He's got his rear to shoot at. The P-43 falls back. Doesn't hang around in the same spot waiting for the P-43 to come out again. Oop, there's the M6. Armour was angled. Looked like it hit the side and bounced clean off. M6 is hitting, immobilised by artillery. Keeps going. The Tiger's a one-shot kill. He's got the side. Tiger taken care of. Keeps going because the M6, even though it's immobilised, will be swinging its turret around. There's the P-43. One shot. Two shots. Killed the P-43. M6 has repaired his tracks. He's coming after him. Thinks for a second about standing to fight the M6, and if it was a straight one-on-one with just him and the M6, he would have probably won, but there's also a Cromwell closing in, so he takes the hit from the M6, which was kind of unfortunate, and then legs it out of there, making sure to keep the wrecks of those two dead enemy tanks behind him to shield him from any incoming fire. Ideally, what you'd want to do now in an E25 is break contact and stealth up, and while this thing is certainly quick enough to break contact, even with a Cromwell in pursuit, there aren't that many places to hide in this particular area of Minsk, so instead he's playing mind games with them. He saw that the M6 was heading this way, and now that he's broken contact, he wants the M6 to think that he's still heading in that direction, and he's going back to see if he can catch the M6 in the rear or get himself into a one-on-one with the Cromwell. And if he can arrange to get into either of those two fights, there's a good chance he'll win. And then something unexpected happens. Hellcat, sitting, waiting for him to come around the other corner, starts shooting at the Hellcat. He was obviously very surprised. Not quite as surprised as the M6, who comes around the corner sideways on and gets obliterated. Now it's a one-on-one with the Hellcat, still no sign of the Cromwell. Jukes to the side, bounces the Hellcat shot, takes the shot and actually finishes him off with a ram. And while he's celebrating and thinking to himself, where the hell did the Cromwell go, gets hit again by the M44 artillery. And you know, I'm pretty sure that shot was actually in the air while the Hellcat was still alive. If Glint hadn't killed the Hellcat, there's a very good chance the M44 would have. Ah well. I guess we'll never know. It's nothing but idle speculation. Speaking of idle speculation, where the hell did that Cromwell go? Well, it's wise to assume that the Cromwell is going to be coming after you. But while you can assume many things, the one thing that Glint knows for sure is that there are only two tanks left alive on his team, and one of them, the Tiger, is over there with an SU-100 hunting him. So assist your surviving teammates, or at least try to. I mean, he's shooting through a lot of cover there, but he's just unable to land a hit on the SU-100. And that's not going to be good news for the Tiger. Very accurate gun, this. Now, really, it is. That SU-100 is leading a charmed life. And he's managed to kill the Tiger, which means that Glint is now the last tank left alive on his team against 4 enemies. And still no sign of the Cromwell. Where the hell did the Cromwell go? What is he doing? Did he give up chasing after Glint to go after the Tiger? Might have done, I suppose. It's as good a guess as any. Alright, let's think about this. What are you going to do? What's the biggest threat here? If the SU-100 has the 122mm gun, he can one-shot him. Probably best not to think about that. Cromwell. Well, knowing where the Cromwell is would be a nice start. But if he does suddenly run into the Cromwell, we'd like to know exactly how much health the Cromwell has remaining at this point. But even if the Cromwell was on full health, and he probably isn't, Glint could probably still take him in a one-on-one fight. The problem is it wouldn't be a one-on-one fight because there are 2 artillery still in play, so if he's going to end up fighting the Cromwell, he wants to be somewhere where it's going to be very difficult for the artillery to render any kind of aid and assistance to the Cromwell. And as for the prospect of getting into a fight with the SU-100 and the Cromwell at the same time with artillery support, it's probably best if we just don't think about that. But since we don't know where anybody on the enemy team is, and we are in a very stealthy tank destroyer, maybe the best plan, although it's going to be dangerous because there are still 2 artillery in play, but maybe the best plan would be to head for the enemy cap circle. On the way, he might be able to ambush one or both of the 2 enemy artillery. And since there's nobody capping his cap circle at the moment, it seems like, oh shit, found one of the artillery. Yep, it's the GW Panther, and he's looking the wrong way. He actually rams him. Whoa, that looked like a shot from the M44. Finish off the GW Panther. Yep, it's the M44. Okay. Things just got very interesting. He can't cap with the M44 just sitting there around the corner just outside the cap circle. He must kill the M44. But the M44 is theoretically entirely capable of one-shotting him. And the longer he takes to finish that guy off, the bigger the chance the Cromwell and the SU-100 are going to turn up. So whatever he does, he's going to... Oh, he tried to bait him into taking the shot and it almost sort of worked. The M44's trying to ram. Oh, very nearly. He managed to reverse in time. Shot from the Cromwell whizzes right over the top of the tank and he only has 63 health left. Takes a shot, angles, second shot from the Cromwell, bounces. Cromwell's pulled back. Now, does he just not want to get shot at again? Or is he waiting for the SU-100 to turn up? Very probably yes. He can't be far away. No, you probably don't want to go that way, because that's the direction the SU-100 is going to be coming from. He has to go this way and kill the Cromwell without any interference from the SU-100. And once again, you see why I was never in any doubt that he would be able to win a one-on-one fight against the Cromwell, regardless of how much health the Cromwell may or may not have had remaining. The E25 might not have very thick armour, but it's very, very well sloped armour. And that just leaves Glint in a one-on-one with the SU-100. Now, he has no idea where the SU-100 is, but the one thing he does know is that the SU-100 wasn't capping. So the fact that he is now capping is forcing the SU-100 to come and fight him. And that's going to be really bad news for the SU-100, because it's reasonably well armoured. I mean, it shares the same, not particularly thick, but very well sloped frontal armour as the E25, but the E25 has a definite stealth advantage. And sitting on top of this embankment with all of those trees in front of him, providing concealment, he's guaranteed to spot the SU-100 coming long before the SU-100 sees him. And remember, the SU-100 is a one-shot kill. Wherever he is, he's taking his time. You know, this is a great spot. He will see the SU-100 coming from that direction long before the SU-100 sees him, which means he'll get the first shot, which means he's guaranteed to get the kill. Hell, even if the first shot bounces and the SU-100 spots him, the SU-100's gun has such a long aiming time that he'd probably get the second and maybe even the third shot too, so the chances are not in favour of the SU-100. Unless, of course, the reason he's taken so long to show up is because he's sneaking around the flank. Oh shit. Hey! Sloped armour to the rescue! There goes the SU-100. Kill number 9. Glint can finally start breathing, relax from brown alert and change his underpants. What a finish. And then plot twist. His name's Gling24, not Glint24. I've been getting his name wrong the entire video. Yeah, we've been trying to tell you in the comments for the last 10 minutes, Jingles. Well, it could have been worse. At least I didn't call him Dave. And on that shocking display of blatant unprofessionalism from me, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Gling, thanks for sending it in. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.